It's a talented Nardo HD. Setting things off here on Island Tea. Or as Jay Black calls it, hot water.
Island Tea.
And don't forget, Island Tea is also simulcast on TVC Channel 40 on the cable's TV system. So how was your weekend?
It was good. It was good. I celebrated with a good friend of mine last night. Happy birthday again to Gislin, to Mervin, and to Darian. I hope your day yesterday was splendid. I hope you enjoyed all that it have to offer and many more happy birthdays. So I had a decent weekend. I worked. I got wet yesterday while working. I make sure I took some pills last night because I'm not coming down sick. But yeah, it was a fair weekend. Good morning, everyone, to the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, the regional and international diaspora.
You had to go out on the runway? I got wet?
Yeah, because I was, what do you call it yesterday? I was the ramp coordinator.
The gopher?
So I had to do everything. So I had to do everything at the ramp for the plate, yeah. And
Okay.
you know the rain, and you know how our rain is in these parts. It stops, it comes, it eases down, and it busts back down again, as you would say.
And that is the key. That is really the key to running a low-cost airline. All the workers do a part of the chain, the chain of service.
No, but we learn all areas, so we can operate in all areas, so we don't just do.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
Which is something Liat needs to learn. Don't get me started.
Oh, Jesus. What did Liat do?
No, remember I told you about how there was this guy they had from the UK, one of their CEOs, who laid out what they needed to do to really make money and become truly profitable. Because he said that they were just paying a lot of people a lot of money, fat cats sitting around in offices, doing nothing. Because, like I always said, we all know LIAT is a glorified jobs program for the Antigua Barbuda government. So yeah, that's what he was talking about.
Oh boy.
Because that's how all those low cost airlines save money. The person that sells you the ticket, books the ticket, maybe the person that puts the luggage on the conveyor belt, and maybe the person that loads the plane. That may even be the person that takes your boarding pass before you get on the plane.
Yeah, plenty positions, and there's always a need for lots of folks. Yeah. So I see Cuba had an earthquake. What else do these poor people need?
An earthquake.
Yeah.
I thought, but didn't they had a hurricane a few days ago, right? A hurricane passed. Oh my
Raphael.
God, wow.
Yeah. And now it says a 6.8 magnitude earthquake shakes Cuba after hurricanes and blackouts.
6.8. Wow.
That's heavy. And the picture here has a lot of their debris, like pieces of a wall fell down in the road. So it says a 6, and this is from Loop Caribbean. It's 18 hours ago. It happened, I think, at 12:09 yesterday, because it was in the chat. A 6.8 magnitude earthquake soaked eastern Cuba on Sunday after weeks of hurricanes and blackouts that had left many of the island reeling. The epicenter of the earthquake was located approximately 25 miles, 40 km south of Bartolomé, Cuba, according to a report by the United States Geological Survey. The rumbling was felt across the eastern stretch of Cuba, including in bigger cities like Santiago de Cuba. There were no immediate reports of damage or injuries. Residents in Santiago, Cuba's second largest city, were left shaken on Sunday. Yolando Tobayo, 76, said people in the city flocked to the streets and were still nervously sitting in their doorways. She said she felt at least 2 aftershocks following the quake, but that among friends and family, she hadn't heard any damages. You had to see how everything was moving, the walls, everything, she told the Associated Press. The earthquake comes during another tough stretch for Cuba. On Wednesday, Category 3 Hurricane Raphael ripped through the western Cuba with strong winds knocking out power island-wide, destroying hundreds of homes and forcing evacuations of hundreds of thousands of people. Days after, much of the island was still struggling without power. Weeks before, in October, the island was also hit by a 1-2 punch. First, it was hit by island-wide blackouts stretching on for days, a product of the island's energy crisis. Shortly after, it was slapped by a powerful hurricane that struck the eastern part of the island and killed at least 6 people. The blackouts and wider discontent among many struggling to get by has stoked small protests across the island.
Maybe God is trying to tell him have free and fair elections.
Oh boy.
Too soon?
No, I don't. Maybe, but
yeah,
Lord,
maybe too soon. To be
one thing
making
after
fun
the
of-
next.
Yeah, I know.
Oh man.
Apparently it's St. Martin Day today. According to Dave Livingstone.
Happy St. Martin's Day.
Happy St. Martin Day.
Mm-hmm.
And you were telling me something about St. Martin before.
Yeah,
we
they
went,
felt
right?
it too. Apparently, it was felt in St. Martin and Saba and them places. Yeah.
What?
You heard, boy?
Could be how the plate runs or something.
Huh?
Maybe it's how the plate runs.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Huh?
Yeah, because you would think
We would
Cuba
feel
is
it.
all the way. And I
Yeah.
didn't remember feeling anything yesterday, but maybe that's because I was busy.
That's weird.
Yeah, let me pull it up. It says, wait. It says earthquake alert, 6.8 magnitude earthquake occurred at 12:49 p.m. local time, November 10th, near the southeast tip of Cuba. There was no threat of tsunami. This strong quake was felt in St. Martin, Saba, and St. Eustatius.
That's weird.
But
Wow.
Listen, God's work is marvelous.
Well, Antigua and Barbuda, they seem to be taking a page out of the St. Kitts Nevis throw money at the people book. Public sector employees are expected to receive an additional month's salary in December, just in time for the Christmas season. And look at Gaston Brown in this picture. He's smirking. Why is he smirking? Anyway.
Because he's smizing. That's his smize. That's his smize. Don't worry.
It's not. It's kind of disturbing when a guy with a Hitler mustache smirks like that. Anyway, Prime
You better
Minister,
don't let them hear you.
Prime Minister Gaston Brown, who also serves as Minister of Finance, confirmed the decision during his appearance on the Brown and Brown show on Saturday. In response to questions about outstanding back pay, Brown shared that he had instructed the Finance Ministry to find the money necessary to provide this bonus. Really? Just find the money, eh? That's like Trump saying, find me 12,000 votes. He indicated that this payment will partly address the back pay owed to public servants as part of a 14% salary increase. Wow, implemented nearly 2 years ago. Let's take let's see what some of these comments say. You know, the Antiguans don't play. What? We are talking about back pay from 2018, sir. So wait, the government owed back pay from 2 years ago as well? Working civil servants can't get overtime, can't get back pay from 6 years ago, can't get back pay from 2 years ago, can't get water, can't get stable electricity, can't get good health care, can't get jobs, can't get a transparent government, can't get good roads, can't get resources on the job to be more productive, can't get mold-free offices and vehicles.
Wow.
Can't get nothing. Oh, sorry, we got an airport. Wow. Okay, let me get this straight. It's a bonus. Well, I truly appreciate this. Okay, at least someone is cool with it. Nothing but lies and promises. And is Point FM now considered official state media? Wow. Wow. For those of you wondering, Point FM is a station owned by Gaston Brown. Our Vernon Springer works there, actually. Yeah, so interesting.
I wonder who wrote that.
Oh, it's Antigua Newsroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're anti. Does it sound like a little tiff is going on there, doesn't it? It doesn't sound like a little tiff is going on there.
Well, I mean, Antiguans have backbones, unlike Kittians. You know?
You will not get me beat up today.
Well, hey. Y'all don't even try it. Yeah, I mean, no, Antiguans have always been very, I mean, they're like, I think Kittians and Nevisians, we are slow to anger, and I'm putting it mildly. Slow to anger. That's a nice way to put it. That's a biblical way to put it.
Oh boy.
But I could use a much worse descriptor, but I won't.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
No, don't.
Yeah.
And you see, they picked up somebody for for Member of Parliament Asad Michael?
Yeah, but they never said. Oh, you weren't here when I read that last week.
No,
Probably. Yeah, they didn't identify the person, but they said they did have someone.
They have pictures and everything of him here.
Oh, they have pictures there now? Oh, you're going to read it?
On loop. It says police charge suspect in murder of Antiguan MP Asad Michael. Police have made a breakthrough in the investigation of Member of Parliament Asad Michael's death, charging a 26-year-old resident of Golden Grove with murder. Alexa Francis was taken into custody late Friday evening and subsequently charged with the alleged murder of the St. Peter's constituency representative. According to reports, he confessed to the killing and pointed the police to key evidence. Francis is scheduled to make his first court appearance on Monday. Michael was found laying in a pool of blood in his home on November 5th. Because I saw the Honorable Prime Minister Brown was requesting help from, is it Scotland Yard? That's what it's called? Yeah, for help. Yeah. In solving that murder and a few others that they have outstanding.
Okay, so I just hope that we get all the, all the
updates.
News. Yes, because that wasn't very nice. Did you get the sense that maybe it was like a home invasion type thing?
I'm not sure.
Well, he knows okay.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
And on a lighter note, Guyana tops Caribbean region in 2024 in CSEC and Cape. Really, Guyana has again achieved top honors in the 2024 Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate and Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Exams for the May-June season. Minister of Education Priya Manikchand shared the news via Facebook after receiving the results from the Caribbean Examinations Council, the CXC. Guyana led the region in outstanding performances for both exams, with each top student hailing from Queen's College. Where's Queen's College? Is that like it's like a sort of like a...
It's one of the high schools.
Oh, it's a high school. That's what I was wondering. Yeah. Okay.
It's Queen's College and President's College.
Okay.
President's College is, when I was younger, President's College was looked at as the the premier high school in Guyana, then Queen's College.
Okay. So they're not segregated by gender or anything?
No.
Okay. All right. So Couchman previously achieved... Ania Couchman was recognized as the most outstanding overall Cape student and the top student in natural sciences, while Dave Chowley earned the title of most outstanding overall student at the CSEC level, as well as the highest achiever in humanities. Couchman previously achieved 11 grade 1s. Is that the guy from before? No. No, okay. I remember there was... Okay. Achieved 11 grade 1s, a grade 2 in 2 units, and a grade 3 in 1 unit. So grade 3 is a pass now?
Yeah. ABC. You didn't know that?
It used to be just a 1 and a 2.
Years now.
Oh.
Even I was in high school in 99 and it was a pass. Yeah.
Okay. So Charlie attained an impressive 23 grade 1s and 6 grade 2s. But wow. Okay. So that's pretty good. Good to know that Guyana is excelling on that front. I remember first when I saw the story, before I read the whole thing, I thought it was something to do with oil growth or something, like the growth of the economy, and then it's exams.
School, yeah.
Yeah. And Sugar Mass 53 finalists for 2024 Soca Manic eliminations announced. The Groovy acts making it through. So we have, so yesterday, when was this done? So yesterday. 16 Power Soca and 16 Groovy Soca artists have been selected in advance to the elimination round of St. Kitts and Nevis' 2024 Soca Monarch competition. Yesterday, the St. Kitts and Nevis Carnival Committee held the preliminary round where entries from the Groovy and Power Soca artists were judged. The Groovy acts making it through are Katie Dan, Tubop and Jazzbo, Lock Boss, Deli Ranks, Shanna, Ras Kelly, T-Bone, Roscoe Bad NF, Daddy Tusek, Jervin V, Rocco Dan, Fantastic Thunder, Pakis and Express, Mr. Hype, Genesis, and Jaren the Music Man. And in the power category, Katie Dan, Akayu Sweet and Tubap, Lock Boss, Brandon and Chanel, Rocco Dan, Jovan V, and Five Star Pino, Jazzbo, Climate and Tazi G, Pakis and Empress, Molly Media, Shanna, Rick Tick, Genesis, T-Bone, and Fantastic Thunder are the acts that received the judges' approval. The Soca Monarch eliminations are set for November 22 at Champions Bar in Port Zante. So, yeah, sounds good.
Yeah,
and it's good. It's good that they brought back the groovy. You know, they didn't have any last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't remember what the well, you know, Skelec sponsored the Power Soca last year, and they didn't do the groovy. But I remember I was telling them that I think that if they don't support the groovy, what's going to happen is that we're just going to have all wireless, all power songs, and I don't think that's good. So it's good that they're having
them back on board.
Yeah, well, not me, obviously, but I just thought that wouldn't have been a good thing, because you know, everybody would be trying to maximize their chances, and then all we would have would be power songs, you know.
You realize the superstar that died in, was it Argentina? Liam Payne?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Argentina. He died. They charged people in connections with that.
Really?
Yeah, 3 persons.
Okay.
So I wonder why. Because they were saying somebody supplied him. Because remember, reportedly, he fell off a balcony, according to the news.
Is it Argentines that charged?
Let me see. 3 people have been charged in the connection with the death of Liam Payne, a former member of the musical group One Direction, who died after falling from the balcony of his hotel room in Buenos Aires last month, Argentine prosecutors said. Okay. Prosecutors Andres Madeira charges 3 suspects who identities are not revealed with the crimes of abandonment of a person, followed by death, and supplying and facilitating the use of narcotics. Wow. The prosecutor's office said Madeira also requested their arrest to Judge Laura Bernard, who ruled the 3 cannot leave the country. Payne fell from his room's balcony on the 3rd floor of his hotel in the upscale neighborhood of Palermo in the Argentine capital. His autopsy said he died from multiple injuries and external bleeding. Prosecutors also said that Payne's toxicology exam shows that his body had traces of alcohol, cocaine, and a prescribed antidepressant in the moments before his death. Investigators said hours after Payne's death that he was by himself when he fell. So they aren't releasing the name. All they're saying, Jams, is that the 3 cannot leave the country. So I don't know if it's persons that came with him or if they're Argentine nationals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
good morning.
So we have Traffic Talk coming up next, brought to you by Caribbean Alliance Insurance. I want to squeeze this in before I go. Those of you who love horror movies, well, Tony Todd, the star of Candyman. You guys remember the Candyman movies. And he also starred in the Final Fantasy. What is it called again? No. Those movies where you can't escape. What's it? Something fantasy, something. Final. What's the name of those movies with K? What's the name of those movies? You know those movies where it's like you if your death is predestined, that fate finds a way to make sure you die. What are they called again?
Not Final Destination. Not Final
Yeah, but I think that's the last one. But yeah, so it's like every time you escape that it finds a way to find you. Well, now I was just telling them that the guy from Candyman, and he used to be in that movie as well.
Oh yeah.
He died.
Yeah.
Yeah. In those movies. Okay, so we got Traffic Talk coming up next. Stay tuned.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is WIN FM.
when it comes to the important things in life: your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider. Only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Dalil Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. Attention all drivers, I'm begging you to slow it down.
It's 8:35. It's time for Traffic Talk, brought to you by Caribbean Alliance Insurance, and we've got Officer Henry on the case.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kortensia. Good morning, Jamsta. And good morning to the listening audience. This one I'll be talking about lighting on motor vehicles. And by virtue of the power vested in the licensing authority under Section 2(1) of the Vehicles and Road Traffic Act, Chapter 15.06, the designated lighting period for motor vehicle in the Federation will be from 6 p.m. until 5:45 a.m. the following day. This lighting period takes effect on November the 11th, which is today, 2024. Motorists are reminded to ensure their vehicle lights are properly functioning and observe the new lighting period for the safety of all road users. And the Vehicles and Road Traffic Act 15.06, all motor vehicles other than motorcycle are required to have a minimum of 2 headlights to the front and a minimum of 1 red light to the rear. The rays from these headlights should be uncolored. Proper lighting is necessary for the safe operation of motor vehicles on the road at night. All road users are affected by the lighting in some way, hence the use of light on motor vehicles at night must be regulated. And in recent times, we have seen an increased incident of unlawful use of lights on vehicle, especially the use of blue lights, sometimes in combination with red lights, and only emergency vehicles should be fitted with blue lights or anything that looks like blue lights, whether working or not. We also have seen in some cases, persons with flashing blue light, and we know, as I said earlier, these are only for emergency vehicles on their vehicle. We are also seeing persons affixing very bright light bars at the front of their vehicles, the bright light. And like sometimes you see it on the motor omnibuses, and this light does impede someone's vision because it is so bright coming to them they cannot see on the road. Again, the law requires these lights to be approved in any case. They must be able to be dipped or dimmed so that the light do not extend more than 20 yards in front of that vehicle. Any addition of lighting other than what the vehicle was manufactured with must be approved by the licensing authority. It's an offense to have lighting on your vehicle that is contrary to regulation. That's why today I'm talking about the colored lights, I must say the uncolored lights, and anything other than what the vehicle came with, you must apply to the licensing authority, and the licensing authority is the commissioner of police. Regulation 18.1, every motor vehicle shall be equipped with at least 2 lamps at the front of the vehicle, 1 on each side, and when a motor vehicle is in motion on a road at night, the 2 lamps at the front of the vehicle shall be lighted, and the rays from that lamp shall be uncolored. 17H, except with the permission of the examining officer, they shall not be affixed at the front of a rear of the front or rear of a motor vehicle. So, as I said, anything other than what the vehicle came with, you must get permission from the licensing authority. Anything other than that, it is illegal. Sometimes we see these swiveling lights or, these blinking lights. All those are illegal lights.
Yeah, it's when they're about to slow down or stop, it just...
No, but some persons have it going all the time.
All the time?
Yes.
Oh.
You know how bad that just sounded?
How bad?
The blinking lights. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I get it. No. You know how sometimes we use the connotation blinking? Yeah.
Okay, rumbling. Yes, Jamsta.
I couldn't resist.
Yes, anything other than what the vehicle come with, it's an offense. Anything you attach to your vehicle other than that, it's an offense. As I said on earlier shows, the buses, those omnibuses, they have this light in the grill to inform the persons who are using the buses the area that they are traveling. So instead of you stopping a bus every minute, you'll see the colored lights, so you'll say, okay, this one going maybe Old Road, this one going Sandy Point. So you don't have to be stopping bus every minute. So then these here, they must get permission to put them on. But it cannot be blue. Yes, it should not be blue.
Would it be better if they, I know that's probably more expense, but wouldn't it be better to have a lighted sign with where they're going? But I understand the light.
Would you be able to see the
you see
sign?
it at this, yeah,
What it's
I
saying?
guess.
No, you won't be able to read it.
Yeah.
With the light, maybe in the day.
Although the sign could have running lights around the edge, something like that.
Yeah, but they must have on a destination board also.
Okay.
And I have some stats for 5 years, from 2019 to 2023. Drive with colored lights, we had 10. Drive it on with one lighted headlamp, we have 773. Drive at night without rear lights, 28. And no light to illuminate number plate, 510. You must have a light at the back of your vehicle to illuminate that number plate, that the person who is driving behind of you can notice or recognize the number of that vehicle. Okay. If that is not on, then that's a ticketable offense. And all these offenses that I just called out here, they are $100 each.
I feel like there was one particular. I feel like you guys. I know you. I think it was said at one time that using the indicators is not an actual law, but
you must indicate.
But y'all need to make it a law and start finding. Yes, because
some people indicate just as soon as they're about to make the turn.
It is just terrible. Because sometimes I'm walking or driving. I don't know. I have to drive for me and them.
Yeah, can't drive for yourself alone.
Yes.
You know.
As long as you're a driver, you're driving for you and the public.
Yeah.
Some person doesn't take things or do not take in consideration other persons.
Yeah, using the road.
And I feel like y'all need to have like a heavy fine for people using their phone while driving. It should be like $500.
But what if they have the actual Bluetooth and they don't have the phone to their ear?
But that's different.
That's different.
That's different.
If you have the phone in your hand, or if you have it in your on top here, so it's an offense.
So you wouldn't have the phone.
Yeah, some people might be driving and got the phone here because they don't want the police to see.
But that makes sense.
So just use, not everybody
But once you're on the
has
Bluetooth,
but
yeah,
it's not an offense. But something might get distracted still.
Okay, yeah.
But
You have to be mindful.
Anytime you have the cell phone, whether it's up to your ear, whether you have it in your hand, it's an offense, even if you're not on a call.
$100 offense too?
I just feel like
Oh, $150. Okay, so folks, you heard that. Almost $200. Behave yourselves.
I just feel like y'all losing out on a lot of revenue with all the people doing nonsense driving.
Well,
People like on their phone and with total inconsideration.
I've seen
driving,
people texting and just looking
slowing
up,
down,
texting, looking
Because
up.
slowing, and you blowing the horn, and they'll deliberately not move.
Because they
and stuff
can't.
like that.
And that's good that they didn't, because then they could cause an accident. 'Cause
No,
they've-
it's a situation where they could
But they could
move,
still
but
cause
they
an accident.
maliciously decide not to move because you're gonna wait on me, kind of thing.
Oh,
you know?
boy.
So
Okay.
last week Wednesday, we were driving behind an individual in a vehicle. We came down Wellington Road, and the person is on the phone. They reached by Baker's Corner, they're on the phone, but the light didn't turn red. And we're going across, and they're still on the phone. By the time they reach by 4th Street, they take on the phone, but the light is red, so the officer jumped out, and he was issued a ticket.
And he saw you all?
He didn't see us, but
Oh,
we
good.
saw
Okay.
him.
Okay. Let's take
He
this call.
said, oh, he thought, what he said?
Good morning.
Yeah.
The,
Take the call. Yeah. Go ahead.
the question is just raised as to whether or not it is a law. Whether or not there exists a law that says you should use the indicator on the vehicle, or it's your hand signal that is the legal requirement. Would you address that for me, please? And then I have another question.
Yes, you're supposed to use your signal, because when you're learning to drive, use your hand signal, you also use the indicator from the vehicle.
Yeah, but the question is, if
Yes.
your indicator is working, is that unlawful?
Yes, it is.
If we don't have headlights, you know that's unlawful, but is an indicator on the vehicle itself a legal requirement?
But
That
if
must
the-
be working.
If the indicator is not working, then you use your hand signal.
No, that's not the question. It is a requirement that I must have working headlights. Is there a requirement that I must have a working indicator on the vehicle?
The law didn't state that, sir.
Okay, so there's the problem. We are in 2021. Automatic indicators are part of a vehicle for gosh knows how many years. And it is still not a legal requirement to have people driving along and in their driver's license, sticking their hands out in their driving test and learning procedures, sticking their hands out, waving with funny angles, etc. None of you there on the program, I'm sure, is old enough. I'm an old man. That there was a time when vehicles actually had a flap, that when you put on the indicator, a flap came out of the side of the vehicle to indicate left or right. And even then, we did not put that in. I would like to see the law changed. Another thing I'd like to make a comment regarding that we're not in the 21st century. I saw published over the weekend that the lighting hours came into effect either yesterday or today. That says you must have your vehicle lit between 6 a.m. and I think it's 5:30 a.m. And in the year 2021, such regulations need to be reviewed, because, for one, nowadays every vehicle that comes off of a production line has what we call daytime running lights. As soon as you turn on the engine, the lights come on. Two, before 6 o'clock, it's already dark if you're in Keon or Molyneux. And so I could be driving at 10 to 6 in the dark, and I can't get a ticket because the law only says that the lights must be on at 6 o'clock. What the law should say is require that where conditions, both meteorological and traffic conditions exist, you must put on your lights. For example, in some jurisdictions, you must turn on your lights when it's raining. As long as your windshield wipers are running, you must turn on your lights. The reason why you turn on your lights isn't so that you could see. It's so the other person can see you, so that pedestrians can see us. And so these are things that we need to address in light of modern technology and all of the understandings that we have about how humans interact with motor vehicles and motor vehicles interact with humans. And so I would love to see the authorities address things like this and look at see what the vehicles do today that they didn't do in the past. For example, if you're driving a vehicle that has static, dim option where you don't have to decide when to put on your bright lights or when to dim. The vehicle does it itself. It looks at the conditions and turns it on or off. We should make provision for those things. We need to look at these things in our traffic laws. One final thing, it's an observation. Last week, Monday, I learned that there was no parking on Taylor's Range between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. during the roadworks on the bypass road. I made the observation that there were no signs there to tell me that I couldn't park. I now notice that the entire, well, 2/3 of the road from Park Range down to the Meridian is now yellow lined both sides. So what I'm curious to know is something that was going to be temporary is now permanent. And one wonders, does the Commissioner of Police, as you use the term, the licensing authority, have the power to instantly demark new traffic rules? And he tomorrow morning decide, starting from this day henceforth, certain street is one way? Require consultation with the public. One is curious, I don't know the answer, but I'd be curious to learn, because it sounds to me, if that's the case, that there's too much power in the licensing authority, because they can do things on a whim without any real authority. For example, I fully understand the police must have the authority in an emergency to close the street, must have an authority in an emergency to restrict parking. But to determine that from this day henceforth, there are changes to traffic patterns or whatever it is, without prior consultation of the public, without any review process, sounds to me, an ordinary citizen, like too much power in the hands of the authorities. Thank you very much for listening, and may you have a productive and hard-working week.
Thank you, Colin.
Thank you, caller.
Your suggestion are taken into consideration with the lighting period. With the Taylor's Range, most of that road was always no parking. And even before this new person who came to the traffic department during Inspector Phipp time, the road was supposed to be all no parking.
Okay.
Because it had been difficult when people driving across there and people park on that road. The traffic will be held up for a long time. So it was in consideration from ever since for that road to be no parking. It's not just because of the road work that is going on up on the FTM, but the whole of the the northern side was yellow. Part of the southern side was yellow also. And it was also, and then after you have, I think is the shipping agent, and then Buies came there, it was always a problem with the parking and the vehicles going back and forth. So
yeah, I actually noticed, was it Friday, that they were painting.
Yes, because there was always a problem on that road.
Okay.
When the vehicles are, especially in busy time.
Mm-hmm. And I did notice they made allowance in front of the Seventh-day Adventist Mass, so that they left a little area in front of their gate, which to me is fair.
Okay.
But then he normally doesn't park there anyway. He normally parks in the garage. But I thought it was nice that
they left something.
Yeah, they left something for him. Yeah.
There's a comment here. I don't know if the person's asking a question. So, commenter, if you're asking a question, once I read it, you can always send an indication that that's the case. It says, if the indicator not working, the car not roadworthy. I don't know if it's a question. It doesn't have a question mark.
Well, I know, sorry. When you're ready to go and check your vehicle, it will not pass.
Everything has to work.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
But if
it's not working, you get it fixed.
But if it's not working and you use your hand signals, you won't get a ticket for that. All right. Okay, fair enough.
But that is part of the examination.
The inspection.
The inspection.
So which is why y'all should probably make the indicator thing a law. because it'll make everything fit together much better, don't you think?
I didn't know you were talking.
Yeah, I was saying, with that, given that there's that kind of absolutist approach to the inspection, then
I'm
you should
looking
have.
to see. I'm looking to see, but
Okay, we have a call. Take this call.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
fine, thank you.
Jamsta, you literally, Jamsta, you kind of say, you say what I was calling to say, because imagine, right? If the indicator is not working, you will not pass. But if you, but they don't have a law that you must put on your indicator to turn. You see, that don't make no sense.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The car won't pass if the indicator not working.
I'm checking.
But there's no law that I must put it on. So what's the point of having it on?
Yeah.
It made no sense. People, come on, common sense really is so common. Have a good day, guys.
Same
We
to you.
always sound backwards.
Okay. Yeah, but that's what I was thinking. I mean, that's what, it would just make the whole regulational regime fit together better if that was a law. Caller, go right ahead. Traffic talk.
Greetings.
Hey.
Greetings, everybody.
Hey, what's up?
I'm seeing a problem, and it's been a problem for a while now, but it's starting to get worse. We put in the lights. I say we because it's taxpayers' money that went into it. We put in the lights for us so that every commuter can have the opportunity to get out of wherever they are. Unfortunately, there are some persons who are coming from Pond Road who are determining that persons coming from south by the Anglican Church not supposed to come out. Even when the light is green, giving a right of passage for passengers coming from down by the Anglican Church. This thing got to stop, otherwise somebody gonna rear end or front end somebody's vehicle there because they're being pig-headed and stupid and don't want people to pass out from that area. It is unconscionable for what persons are doing, fully well knowing that sometimes they run the red light to fill up the space and you cannot come out of that area. That don't make any sense. It is frustrating to people. The other day it happened, I was coming out and I literally had to give words to persons who were in their vehicle knowing that they have a bunch of vehicles on both sides that need to come out and they're refusing to move or even back up to allow even one side because the traffic is blocked up going across by the police station because the police is also looking to block up there to give tickets right there as well. It is unconscionable. It makes no sense. Something has to be done there, in all honesty.
The Anglican Church path, I don't understand.
Coming out from the Anglican Church, from East Independence Square Street, you have
the Catholic Church.
The Catholic Church. Oh, the Catholic Church.
Anglican Church. The Catholic Church.
Oh, that's what was confusing us. Yeah,
because
we're
trying to
that's
figure
all.
out
We were here looking at each other trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, that something has to be done there, sister. Because even when, as I said, when persons are coming out from there, persons are not allowing individuals to come out. The light changes very fast on the other side of that roundabout, coming down Wellington Road. It changes very, very fast, right? Because only like maybe 2 or 3 vehicles tend to come out from that stop by the Chinese before it turns red again. Whereas the others, at least 7, 8 vehicles can come out. So from there and from the Catholic Church, it turns red very fast compared to the other 2 sides. I figure that is how they set it up because they have more traffic going across from the police station, Caron Street, and also from Pond Road. But persons coming from Pond Road, they have to start allowing persons, when they get the right of way to come from the Catholic Church area, easy passage, or somebody is going to cause an accident right there, and the light is going to be green at that time and the person looking to come out. we have to look into that or put a traffic warden right there to monitor that situation so that tickets are given out to persons who are looking to obstruct traffic.
Yeah, people come across and just block.
Well, actually,
Yes, because persons tend to run the red light. The amber light come on and they think they can beat it. So by the time they get out, the other person in East Independence Square Street already have the right of way. The traffic is blocked there.
Yeah.
But not even that. Even if they don't run it, sometimes the traffic is blocked up going across by the police station. Yes, they have the green. Okay, fine. But when they see that it is counting down, because you can always tell that it's counting down from the signs where the pedestrians will cross. You see it counting down. You know X amount of vehicles is going to pass over. Everybody accustomed to the lights them now. Just before the light is going to change, you know it's going to go to yellow before it goes to red. So, when it's in the yellow, man, don't park up in front of the road. No, they're going to come across and they're going to stop because they work out that they're following behind the vehicle just in front of them. So it's a chain now. So you have 50 vehicles from the light at the top of of 4th Street, come all the way across by the police station. Nobody wants to give way for the traffic coming from down by the Catholic Church. But the 2 vehicles or 4 vehicles that were in the stop on Pan Road going to pass over just when the light is about to turn red and stay there. And their argument is, I had the right of way. So now I have the right of way. When it's green, I can't move. I have to wait for the next cycle to come around. And traffic now backed up all the way down to South Independence Square Street.
Okay, caller. Yeah. We have another call.
Thank you, caller.
Hi, caller. Go right ahead.
Good morning.
Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I think what that caller refers to happens often during rush hour. Okay? It's not so, it doesn't really happen in between. Okay? But when you have backed up traffic, that is what happens. And I think and maybe the officer there can do a program one of these days on what we call it, driving etiquette, where you use your common sense, and even though you might have the right of way, you give way to those who don't, right? And now I know that generally speaking, it's probably better for the traffic flow, if you just obey the laws, and when you have the right of way, you continue as you should. But, we have this habit, for instance, of even though you have the right of way, you might flash your lights or give some indication to an oncoming driver that, you're yielding to them. Maybe something like that is necessary sometimes you just have to use your common sense. If you see traffic backed up and you can assist in the flow of traffic, that you yield and let the traffic clear. The other thing is, very often you see some very slow-moving vehicles. Yes, they have a right to use the road as well. But if you see a mile-long traffic behind you, doesn't it make sense to at least yield for a while, let the others pass, let the traffic continue flowing, and then you continue again because your vehicle is slow anyway, right? Maybe things like that, I don't know, maybe need to be taught when they're receiving driving instructions. So I know it's not necessarily on the books, but that etiquette part of it, I think people need to be aware of it. Yeah. Okay then.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, caller.
Yeah, there seems to be there always seem to be issues up there, honestly, because sometimes I come out and a car is coming. A car is coming west from out of Pond Road. And it's just by a miracle that, it didn't go badly. Caller, go right ahead.
Yeah,
Yes, good morning. Just
Hey.
a quick question. Yeah, if I'm going for my road test with the officers and we leave the traffic department and rain comes, pouring rain, and, you know, we have to close all the windows, would I fail if I don't give my hand signal if I'm turning? Just to hammer home. Right.
I know, well, you cannot use the hand signal, so you have to use the indicator, sir. I can't say what the officer will do because I'm not an examining officer. But they don't expect you to put your hand out because it's pouring rain, and then everybody in the vehicle will get wet down.
Yeah,
so I don't think they will fail you for that.
I said all of this to kind of bring home a point where it's time now that you guys, you know, tweak these things a bit where, I mean, you should teach in your students the hand signals and so forth, but the indicator part of it is not on the books. It should be.
I just want to clarify something. I was about to bring up a point from that because I see something here. But go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so as I was saying, the hand signal, because reality is nobody uses them when they're driving. Nobody. Unless, like, even the busmen, then when they stop, sometimes they get behind him, you don't know if the person's going to cross over or anything, the glass is up, no signal or anything. So, yeah, I should review the hand signal part of it. Teach it, but I don't know. I don't know what you guys would do about it, okay? All right, then. Thank you.
Thank you.
I must say, it came in handy. We had a period a few months ago when somebody had hit the car and the front right indicator was out, and we had to wait until it came. So we had to do that. So I was like, it's a good thing I know my hand signals. You know?
Okay, let me clarify something. I was wrong, so I just want to clarify. Rules to be observed by drivers of vehicle and cyclists. That's 20 of the Vehicles and Road Traffic Act 15.06. Every driver of a vehicle and every cyclist shall not negligently. Every driver of a vehicle and every cyclist in relation to traffic signals shall, when using a vehicle on a road, make the following traffic signals. When about to slow down or stop, he or she shall extend the right arm and hand horizontally with the palm of the hand turned downward, and shall move the arm slowly and repeatedly downward and upwards, keeping it below the level of the shoulder. That's when you're about to stop. When about to turn across traffic, turn to the right, or when quitting any vehicle, any place at which the vehicle has been stationary, he shall extend the right arm and horizontally palm turn in front, turn up. That's when you're about to turn off. When about to turn left, he or she shall extend the right arm and move his or her hand in an anti-clockwise direction. Okay. When acknowledging a signal indicating that a following driver wishes to pass, he or she shall extend the right arm and hand below the level of the shoulder and move them backward and forward. Provided that there is no case shall be required, traffic signal be given by the driver of a motor vehicle by means of a dummy arm unless the construction of the vehicle and position of the driver's seat are such as to render it impossible for the driver to make such signal. This is the part with the automatic signal now, which is the indicator. So it's something on the book. But it's just that there's nothing that we give a ticket for. But it's on the book.
But you should, though.
It's not there.
Because it's on the books.
It is on the book, but it's not there.
It's automatic thing. Let's take this last call. Caller, go ahead.
Yeah, it's me again. Now, my point is, right, the basis of my point is a lot of the laws and rules, traffic rules should be revised at least every 5 years. Because what she just said is, I think the last that might have clarified it a bit, when driving, the hand signal, extend the right arm and so forth. We all know these things. What if it's a left-hand drive vehicle? Does the book provide, does the law provide, I think it should be common sense that you do on your left hand. But if somebody challenge it, would they win on a technicality? Because I didn't hear you say, unless it's on the steering wheel is on the other side, you extend your left hand. But then, not much people is going to see the hand signal on the left side if majority of people is driving a right-hand drive vehicle. So you see where I think that some of these laws should be revised, every so often, because these things are going to happen. You're getting more and more left-hand drive vehicles on the island. And if I'm in a left-hand drive vehicle, I can't extend my right hand out of the window. It's not going to reach unless I'm plastic man. But if I do it on the left side, then you understand where I'm coming from with the issue. Okay? All right, thank you.
Thank you for your observation.
They also go on to say, provided further that where a vehicle is fitted with an automatic traffic indicator, the driver of the said vehicle may indicate his or her intention of turning either right or left by the proper use of such indicator. So with indicator, it's in the book. But it's just that we do a gift ticket for
indicators that are not working.
Not our work that you must use them, but it's in the book. Okay. There's nothing for a ticket.
Okay.
That caller made some good points, especially the point about left-hand drive vehicles.
Yeah, because I have a left hand, as you right, rubber man. This hand can't reach all the way out.
Exactly. So that makes no sense, which is why indicators. And then also, I've always felt like the highway code you guys use seems to put too much of an onus on the hand signals, almost as though, indicators hardly ever go bad. The incidence of indicators going bad is very, very low. They almost act as though indicators go bad 90% of the time. It just doesn't happen. So it seems kind of silly that seems to be this over-reliance on
the hand signal.
Yeah, I must say my teacher taught me well, because I remember them perfectly, and I still use them from time to time.
Well, they have to be used because in the Vehicle and Road Traffic Act.
Yes, but at the same time, I feel like Cleo says here, this is a very good comment. I have to read this. This is modern times. The cars have brake lights. You don't need to put your hand out that you're slowing down. The cars have turn signals on it. The people just need to use them. So she makes a good point as well. Brake lights is, if you're an attentive driver, I think it's reasonable to assume you would
realize your brake light not working.
But some brake lights fail.
No, I'm asking. I'm not saying.
No, in the case of somebody slowing down.
Okay.
But the brake light could not be working as well. But as I said, I know that it's very crucial that these things are working, but I think the incidence of them not working is not high enough to cause alarm, really, I don't think.
But when you're learning, you use both. Because yours came in handy.
Yeah.
But some persons,
I had a good teacher.
When they, as I said, they get their license, everything gone. They throw out everything. They forget about indicator, they forget about hand signal, they forget about everything. Yes.
May I indicate long and far so the person can curse how much they want. They know I was turning from Sense all the way down there. I do it.
And then sometimes some person put it on so far that you might think they turn on the other street when they're going further.
Oh, well, yeah, in that case. But no, I don't do that. If I know I'm going here, I just put it on, early. But no, it don't make no sense because, that too, it's annoying.
The person going down or something they have an indicator, they're pulling over and they're still continuing.
Exactly.
Well, in that case, I try not to create ambiguity. So let's say, for example, let's assume you can turn down Church Street. If I'm driving going, and I know I'm going down 4th Street, I'll put it on roughly when I get to
East Independence.
on New Street.
New Street, okay.
Oh, where you're coming from that way?
Yeah. So that there's no ambiguity. The person don't think, I wonder if he's going down New Street or he he going down 4th Street.
That's what they drive people and they're on the indicator and you think they're turning and they're continuing.
They continue and then eventually they turn as the officer would have mentioned 3-4 roads down. No, that's too much. No, I don't do that.
Even when I'm going around the roundabout, like I went to Connery Friday, and I always do this when I was coming, and I'm going around, and there are people coming from Michael's area, Michael Burger's area, and I put on my left indicator to let them know I'm not going to well, no, sorry, no. I came from Kim Collins, yeah. But I put on the indicator to let them know, okay, I'm going across the bridge, as opposed to going to Keon. So I just put it on for like 3 seconds, and then I take it off. Because the people coming up Wellington Road, they might be wondering, is he going around the roundabout?
Yeah.
Or is he going
Maybe
across the
put down
bridge?
when you come out of Kim Collins, you might think you're going Bastia too.
No, I don't put it on there.
After you
I
pass
put it
that
on. Yeah, I put it on after, just as I pass the middle of the roundabout. Then
To
I
go
put
up.
it on.
Yeah,
for
because
the benefit of the people behind me.
Yeah. Fair enough.
At least you're one of
Well, I try, you have to drive for other people too.
And that's what it is. Some of us, we drive for ourselves. We are very selfish. As the driver said, you're going to come up and the traffic already tight there. You're still going to come and block the exit to come out from one road.
I remember one time I was driving with 3 guys in the car and the phone rang. We were coming, I remember this distinctly. We were coming, it was just between Keys and Keon. And I pulled off at the side of the road and they watched me like I'm crazy. I'm like, what? I said, what? What are you guys watching me for? This is what you're supposed to do when the phone rings. Especially if it's an important call. Drive off. So I drove off to the left. And they're teasing me.
No, but then something could have happened. Suppose you get in an accident, they'll still make noise.
Exactly.
So you could have stopped. You could have pulled off then.
So you did the correct thing.
I don't know. Okay, so give you the last word, Sophia.
Remember the lighting period? It starts today, and it's from 6 p.m. to 5 a.m. the following day. As Mr. Warner said, some lights come on before. So we'll have to take in consideration with that and see how we could adjust that. But for now, the lighting period is 6 p.m. to 5:45
But don't you
a.m.
think the average individual should know, look, it's a little dark, let me just switch on, since we are getting darker earlier?
Yeah, but my vehicle light will come on as soon as, even before the time.
Okay.
Yes. So.
Fancy vehicle. Just playing.
Well, Officer, it's always a pleasure having you come in and enlightening us on what is happening, what are the laws, what we need to do, what we ought not to do, and what it costs us if we disobey.
Yes.
So we appreciate you taking time out and coming every Monday morning so that we can have traffic talk, and I know the listeners appreciate it as well. So have a good day, an incident-free day. Yeah.
Thank you. And we know it is raining, so please, motorists, please take your time.
Yes.
The road is wet, and if you take up a speed, it might just slip, your brakes fail or something.
Exactly.
So let us drive with consideration for other road users also.
Indeed.
Okay, so that's going to do it for Traffic Talk, and we look forward to seeing Officer Henry next week. Traffic Talk is brought to you by Caribbean Alliance Insurance. We've got the Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship coming up next as they continue their Global Entrepreneurship Week activities.
When it comes to the important things in life, your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider, only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Dalil Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured.
It's a reggae Christmas, yeah. Yeah. Hang all the mistletoe. I'm gonna get to know you better. This Christmas, and as we trim the tree, how much fun it's gonna be together. Yeah.
And we're back on the case. It's 9:19. We've got a team from the Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship as they continue their global entrepreneurship push. Good morning, guys. What's up?
Good morning. Welcome.
Morning.
Good morning.
So this is session 2. What brings you guys here today? You guys were here last week. That was pretty interesting. And
Not these folks, so we have to have them say who they are.
yeah, I think the social media person was
Yes.
here.
The social media person that doesn't want to talk.
Because she's
Okay, so lady, you can go ahead and then we'll have the gentleman introduce himself.
Good morning. My name is Ziante Caesar, and we are from the Ministry of Small Business, Entrepreneurship, and Cooperatives to introduce the activities that we'll be hosting for the GEW week. That's next week.
Okay.
Yes, and Delwayne Delaney, Senior Business Advisor within the same ministry, here to promote Global Entrepreneurship Week.
Okay, so you folks can begin.
Yes, so we have a packed week in store for the general public and entrepreneurs come next week. And so we're here to, enlighten the general public as to what's happening. I'll speak to a few, while my colleagues will chime in accordingly. And so, of course, we'll start off with our church service, which will be held at the Old Road Ebenezer Methodist Church, and that will be at 9 a.m. So persons who usually attend the church, they'll see us there, and persons who are in the area can come on out and celebrate in worship with us on the Sunday. That's the Sunday, the 17th at 9 a.m. And then we go on into the minister's speech, of course, to officially launch or open the week of activities. As I mentioned, Global Entrepreneurship Week, like the name suggests, is a week where entrepreneurs are celebrated all around the world under the theme Entrepreneurship is for everyone. And so we want to not only celebrate the entrepreneurs, but also the consumers as well, because they play a very pivotal role in the activities, the day-to-day activities of the entrepreneurs. And so we want to ensure that the whole celebration is not only from the entrepreneur side, but also the consumer side as well. And so that is happening on the Monday, and of course it'll be rebroadcast accordingly throughout the day, so you can listen in and tune in. Right?
Also on the Monday, we'll be having a downtown pop-up. This will also be held on the Thursday, where the ministry team will be visiting small business in downtown Bastia, giving a well-deserved visibility to the local businesses. It's just a celebration of vital role that small businesses play in the community, and a great way for people to show support by shopping locally.
Okay.
So that will be on the Monday and Thursday. That's November the 18th and the 21st.
Okay. You mentioned something about the consumers just now, Darwin. What is the importance of?
I mean, we always hear the small businesses, the driver of growth, and we know entrepreneurs can open their shops all they want with all the fancy products and services, but if the consumers are not consuming, then it ultimately don't make any sense. And so, as I said, they play a pivotal role, very pivotal role in the whole scheme of things. We want to encourage persons to come on out. We are going with the slogan Shop Small, hashtag Shop Small. And we are also encouraging here that the small businesses on those particular days that Ziante just mentioned, on the Monday and on the Thursday, that if some sort of discount could be shared with the consumers, We'll be, of course, highlighting these businesses so that the general public can know who are these businesses who are willing to do that. And we know, the busy time is coming on up. Maybe they need to clear stock to prepare for the Christmas season. And so we want to encourage the small businesses and the consumers, as mentioned, to shop small.
Okay.
On the Tuesday, we are partnering with Skyniper, right? And so this will be very interesting and stimulating as we are tabling concessions reform. And so we would have arguments for and against the incentives granted to small businesses. And so it won't be the usual chit-chat. It will actually take the form of a parliament sitting. And that will be on the Tuesday. Also, it will be held at the Antioch Baptist Church. And I think it starts at 6 p.m.
But persons must be seated at 5:30.
5:30, right. And so we're going through all the protocols. So we don't expect the noise. We don't expect latecomers and that sort of thing. I said everybody should be seated at 5:30 for when the Speaker of the House arrives. And, we also went through a training, I think last week Thursday, with them. And they went through the protocols, what we should and shouldn't do, what we should expect. And we actually were taught, the different things that Parliament go through, whether the mace and the Constitution and all of that. And so it will be very stimulating. And what will happen at the end of the discussion, entrepreneurs now will have the chance to ask questions and make suggestions, because it's intended that the minister and other Parliament representatives would be in attendance to take the necessary notes so that they can, properly reform what we have this as the Small Business Act, right? And so that will be happening on Tuesday, Tuesday the 19th, at the Antioch Baptist Church. Please be seated at 5:30 because we're starting promptly at 6 p.m. And then we start to relax a bit as we go on later on in the week, just like anything else.
Yep.
And so on the 20th, we'll have what we call the Small Business Summit, and that will be held at Carambola. And we have a twist to it, where we'll have some fireside chats with three businesses or three different setups. One would be with Amazon Returns and the Bureau of Standards for businesses who are looking to get their products out there. How do they get their products out there? What are some of the things that they need to consider to get their products out there? The other one will be with National Bank. And the third one will be with Ms. Eibel, if I know Eibel, who is a professional who deals with financing for small businesses. And so we'll be 15 minutes each, and each time you just rotate, and then we go into the main business, so to speak, which will be a podcast setup with Michelle, we all know, popularly known as Sweet Sister Sensi, and we'll have Mr. Collins, who is the general manager for Royal Logistics, Colin Williams, and then finally we'll have the accountant general, which is Mr. Levi Bradshaw, right? And then we'll have the persons engaging them. We'll have the host, Miss Patrice Harris, engaging them, and of course we'll field questions from the audience as well. You can expect complimentary beverage on arrival. Also, we have one of our small businesses. He's go by the name of Dylan. His business name is
I don't remember, but he does wines.
He does wines, and so you can come and
local wines.
Local wines.
Okay.
He's very, very good. Very, very good.
Also, at the summit will be an award ceremony where persons were encouraged to nominate their best entrepreneur, and we'll have different segments. The nomination is still open, so you can visit the Facebook page. The deadline is November the 14th.
Right. And so we have
our nomination is about inspiration, knowledge sharing, and celebrating business achievements.
Okay.
You don't know they want to work hard and just
Okay.
Right, so we have 10 categories, and persons, as mentioned, can visit the Facebook page and nominate persons, and then we will select. We have an independent judging panel who will select the winners. And of course, we'll show appreciation for the hard work and dedication to these entrepreneurs.
The Facebook page is the Small Business Development Center SBDC St. Kitts, or on Instagram at SBDC_St. Kitts.
Right.
So that's where they can go nominate.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Go there, nominate your favorite business owner. That's one way of supporting.
Someone in your community, anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's one way you can support your business.
What about the small businesses that do not have a stead? They do not have a shop anywhere. They say rents are too high.
Yes,
they operate
mobile.
out their home.
Yes,
mobile
you can
ones.
nominate them too.
Okay. All right.
And you can nominate yourself as well.
Yes.
Oh, so nobody has to know.
No.
Okay.
It's anonymous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So go ahead, speak on the mixer. Something.
Okay, and then our final event, which is the Mixer, we'll be partnering with ASAP Creative Group. That will be on November the 22nd from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. The Mixer is a networking event just to get persons and businesses to engage, come together, have a little wind down from the hard work all week, exchange ideas, and create new partnership in a sitting environment.
Okay.
Right. So that will be at the Royal St. Kitts.
Yes.
And as Yante say, it's just a relaxing time. You share, you get ideas. You say, hey, I didn't know you're into this. I didn't know you're into that. Here's my business card. And that's how you formulate new partnerships. And I heard the term some years ago that instead of competition, we should strive for cooperation, right? And where we can cooperate with each other. I mean, we live in a small space.
We do.
Very, very small space. And so rather than competing with each other, let's work on building that synergy that will be helpful for each other moving forward.
You mentioned the event that National Bank is going to be there. What is the role they're going to play? Financing? Are they just giving advice on stuff? Because, some small business owners might come and want to know.
So National Bank will be there. They would have launched their programs recently. And so they'll be sharing, how you can get on board. There'll be some giveaways there. I must admit that Visa is on board as well.
Okay.
And so you can expect some giveaways once you arrive at the summit. And so we want to further engage National Bank and see how best they can work alongside the small business owners to finance their businesses moving forward.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So all in all, I said we have a nice package week for persons. Just a rundown again, we have the church service on the 17th, then we lead into the minister's speech. And on that same day, we are having the pop-up, downtown pop-up. We already started our groundwork last week in engaging these businesses because we're looking to not only pop in on them, but also give them a little shine. Right? We're going around with our camera crew to say, hey, this is where this is located and this is what they're offering.
Yes, you can promote what you sell, what you have to offer to the public, your different ideas, share your marketing scheme, and we're also there to help you on building your marketing scheme.
Okay.
Right?
Fair enough.
Yeah, so that's happening on the Monday and the Thursday in the daytime. And then we move into our Sniper roundtable. This would be live, but I want to encourage persons to be there live.
Yes, you can come and give your feedback. It's an open discussion where everyone can give their feedback, add their voices, say how they feel, say what they want to see improve, just anything.
Okay, and as you said, the ministers are going to be there, so perfect opportunity. Let them. Okay.
Right, and then after the Sniper, then we go to our summit. The Cambola will be welcoming us, and so we invite persons to come on out. As I said, it'll be a two-part where we have our fireside chat, we move around, and then we go into the main sit-in, which will be a podcast setup. And then finally, the mixer on the 22nd, Friday, at the Royal St. Kitts Hotel. Again, a time of knowledge sharing, a time of camaraderie, a time of, wishing everybody all the best even for the carnival and the busy season, the small business season.
Okay, yeah. So the carnival season is the time for the small business.
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed.
I remember the last interview when Leah was here, she was admonishing the entrepreneurs to come dressed and ready, So if you offer whatever services you had, she was saying like you wear your shirt, so people can identify you, and
definitely.
it's a tad easier.
I would also encourage persons, if they don't have business cards, to get their business cards so that they can hand out and as well.
Oh, your QR codes, because we were saying business cards out of style, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everything is just easier now. You just scan something and that's it. Oh.
Yeah.
So, folks, you heard it here again, and you heard it here first. So, yeah.
Yeah. Come on out. Global Entrepreneurship Week 2025. We're live and lively.
Okay. Anything else we need to add before we close out? No? Sure?
Well, it's 9:34, and then you guys are due back on the 22nd, right? November 22nd. You guys are supposed to be back here at 8:30.
Okay.
So we look forward to that.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Good.
All right. Okay. So that's a team from the Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship, as Global Entrepreneurship Week activities continue. 9:35.
You're ready, folks.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Thank you for having us.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Magnum, my brand. Everybody put your Magnum in the air now. From you a drink Magnum, make me see. Take charge of things now your place now. From the river to the beach to the street. Hot Magnum when me have in a me hand there. Give her a sipper, she tell me sweet. Look for me watch for your quick time check. Yeah. Right now a Magnum a for your beat. Enjoy yourself every day of the week with a Magnum. My life I forget sweeter. Must be 18 years and older to drink responsibly.
Everything you want, everything you need, got the taste you love, anywhere that you may be. It's the Caribbean flavor. Shirley biscuits make me happy.
Shirley got it all about the flavor. Shirley never let me down. When I lime it at the beach on the town, Shirley biscuits always feel like home.
Everything you want, everything you need, got the taste you love, anywhere that you may be. It's the Caribbean flavor. Shirley biscuits make me happy.
Shirley, the Caribbean's favorite biscuit.
Yeah, computer doing its own thing as usual. So we are back. Let's go. Okay. So, I wanted to go through a bunch of I saw a bunch of announcements here about people who just attained some
the UE
education
graduates. Okay.
Education milestones. So we have
That's good.
Kimberly Wilkes celebrates
Yeah,
graduating. You know her?
Mm-hmm.
Graduates with bachelor's degree in human resources from UE, and we also have my former co-worker Adelcia Connor Furlance graduates with first class honors in psychology from UE after 25 years in communications. And I'm trying to see what that BB was, but it went to
I like how
something else.
they put her age to show people the age is just a number and that you can accomplish anything.
Yeah.
No matter where you start, you can always finish regardless of your age. And
Yeah.
it's still relevant.
And we have Tion Peets earns first class honors in banking and finance from UE. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, people are doing big things.
Yeah. Chanel Berridge, big up, earns bachelor's degree in psychology with minor in human resource management, also from UE. And Damian Lawrence has been elected Central PLP chairman to replace the late
Vivian?
Aziwa Niles Jones.
Oh, Aziwa Niles, okay.
So it was pretty interesting. So I want to say congratulations to all those people I just mentioned. Now, you know, we have deer on the Southeast Peninsula, right?
Yeah, I've seen them a couple of times. I've been lucky.
Yeah, so
I've seen one dead too, and I've seen...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, it looked like he fell off the cliff and broke his neck. And then I had at least 3 sightings with them alive. They just look
Okay.
at you and then they turn away quickly. Yeah.
I think I may have seen one once.
One
And I was
night
like,
we were coming back from the Southeast Peninsula. My husband was telling the tourists, "Oh, we have deer and sinkers," and they said, "Nah, y'all don't got no deer." Who shows up? They were like, "No way!"
I mean, why would he lie about that?
Yeah, they didn't
why
believe
that particular
because
animal?
we don't look like some place that should have that animal.
But that would be an odd lie, though, right? And
Yeah.
weirdly specific.
But
like,
listen, when I tell you that deer showed up, he stood there for a second for all of them to see that he is real, and then he turned off. Literally, like he just showed up. I was like, you see, Jesus shows up right on time because
He's
they
like,
didn't believe.
look at me, I am there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
That's and it was a nighttime too, and you know the light normally reflects, and antlers and everything. You know, he just looks at them like he's correct. We do live here, and then he just disappears. Yep.
Now go forth and send more tourists.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so there's a rare and magical sight: deer roaming the Southeast Peninsula at Turtle Beach, St. Kitts. These grateful creatures are a rare treat for. Yeah, so there's this picture of, and it's 2 of them actually.
Oh, somebody got a picture?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'll send it to you. Except I really gotta say, I hate to be the English teacher, but deer is singular. Deer is plural. It's not deers. Sorry, it irks me.
Miss Henry would be proud
I
of
hate,
you.
I hate having to do that.
Good morning, Miss Henry.
Yeah. Okay. So, what else are we talking about? Let me see. I'm just looking at some of the other stuff I had.
I see
here.
we're gonna have
always
a hospitality institute soon. That's great
really?
news. Yeah.
Where's that going to be?
I'm not quite sure because I didn't read the article. I'm just giving you the headline.
Okay. Hospitality Institute. I know.
You see it?
I know that. No, you just sent it.
No, let me
Okay.
pull it up right away.
Okay.
Because I had it.
Let me see.
Give me 1 second.
So, folks, once again, I'm just mentioning this again, just in case you guys didn't hear it, and so that I can give the people on Church Street a hint. Antigua Barbuda is playing double salary. Hint, hint. Anyway, did I say Antigua Barbuda is playing double salary?
You are gonna get yourself in some trouble. It says a hospitality institute to be rolled out in SKN, says Minister Henderson. People are the heart of the tourism industry. Though keen interest is paid to visitors, the people employed in the industry are just as important. During her appearance on In Focus on November the 6th, the Honorable Marsha Henderson, Minister responsible for tourism in St. Kitts and Nevis, explained that efforts are underway to recruit new faces within the industry from amongst the local population. She said it's essential for people to be educated on the varying careers within the tourism sector, and of equal importance, ensure that the necessary structure and infrastructure are in place to generate the required human capital to service the industry. We are hoping to have a hospitality institute. We are commencing the implementation of that. What we have now is a division at the Clarence Fitzroy Bryan College, and we bring out like 40 students. We bring out like 40 students, some in culinary and some in hospitality, but the industry is wider than that. So outside of preparing our people, I think we need to educate our people on what is required for the industry. We have aviation, which is a big thing. We have maritime, we have engineering, we have planners, we have policy, all in tourism. But what we see is the taxi operator. They see the hair braider. They see those who sell souvenirs. But for the industry to thrive, there is actually more than that. Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T.
Congratulations to all the students. But here's a issue that I run into that someone have. Someone is asking the business places to please to ask for ID when someone is using a bank card or a credit card, because the person is stating that they lost their bank card over the weekend, and before they could even cancel it, the people went on a shopping spree on the person's bank card. So stores ask for ID. Do you think that they should do that?
Well,
It's an ID.
in defense, I know of a couple business places, once you use your card, you have to present ID. Like they won't allow, like KFC, they won't allow you to use
Okay,
a card.
KFC. Well,
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
this person went on a shopping spree at Rams, Best Buy,
Wow.
Cindy, a place where sells shoes or
Oh,
sneakers.
boy.
They went on a spree on the person's bank card.
Oh boy.
So the stores should ask for ID.
Yeah.
Now I'm wondering, since the card was reported lost, do that person eat the cost? Because I know up here the bank will give you back the money. Do they do that in St. Kitts?
I think
That's
they do
what I
that.
wonder.
I think some
they do
banks
that.
have insurance.
They do that.
I'm
yeah.
not sure which bank the card's from.
They do the
but-
same thing here, as far as I know. Yeah.
So who observes that cost though? Jamsta.
Well, I guess but like you just answered your own question. Probably the insurance probably covers that. Yeah, I would imagine.
Or insurance. But then again, we pay diligently.
But I must say the security features now are pretty good. So someone would have to steal your card to.
But no, remember some of the cards, you just have to tap it on the machine. If the person just say tap the card, very well knowing it's not theirs. It's something they found, it's something they stolen. Remember?
Yeah, that's a
so
problem.
not all the times,
That's the
maybe
problem.
more of the credit card will ask for a PIN.
Yeah.
And even sometimes too, those ones can be tapped as well.
But what I notice sometimes I use the same card, and one time they'll just tap it, another time they'll ask me
It
for-
wants a PIN, yeah.
Yeah,
especially if you use it in close proximity.
Actually, what happened, I remember Saturday.
Mhm.
No, it was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday after I finished. I went to Best Buy and I used the card, and the girl tapped it, and then I forgot and went back for something. No, she asked for the code first. And then when I went back, I think maybe the second time, she asked for the code, then I put in the code. So and I was thinking, well.
Yeah, it's too close. You purchase, the proximity of your purchases are pretty close, so they want to make sure that somebody isn't stealing from your card.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
But Lord, people are bad boy.
Okay, so the
don't
people saying I sound soft. That's very strange because I'm pretty loud. The mic is maxed. I'm not really talking that soft. I don't know. So
well, I don't know if you saw my message earlier.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with me. Caller, go right ahead.
Hey, good morning, good morning.
Morning, Miss Henry.
You heard me loud and clear, right? Do I sound low?
Well, before you were low.
Okay.
Like you were mumbling, you know? I just wasn't in the mood.
Hey, be nice.
Good morning,
What's up?
Kortensia.
Morning, how are you?
Why you giving God thanks, man, for the win?
Nice. I was just telling him you would be proud of him.
I tell you, the man used to walk out the dictionary, but he want to acknowledge.
That is not true. That is not true. Why would I walk around?
You said, but it's a compliment.
No.
Yeah, a big one.
No, an
He
idiot.
wants to down his smarts.
Why would I walk around with a dictionary? That's like that's Pharisee behavior. Why would I do that?
But that's a good behavior, because then you'll be
No,
versed in plenty of words.
no. I think she just wants to make the case that whatever.
That he has a good, expansive vocabulary.
I don't know
He
about
sure
that,
does.
but anyway.
He's downing himself.
If you could correct yes, you must know.
Your teacher's listening. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, listen from the beginning, you know. Well, let me get to the earthquake.
Okay.
Yeah, what? Cuba had 2 earthquakes. One was 5.9,
Mhm.
and the other one was 6.4.
8, they said. The news
Yeah,
says.
I think it was acre.
Mm.
The station, Saber Park, to me that don't sound right.
You mean that felt the effects?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. That's what it
If you
says.
look at the location on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I could see it being a matter of maybe it's a huge plate or something.
Maybe it wasn't thing because we would have to feel it first. No, the islands coming, but Jamaica is not. Puerto Rico and all of those, Hispaniola would have felt it. Jamaica is just off of Cuba, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me compliment all those who got their degrees from UWI. And I keep recommending that our people take a look at UWI first. Now, it's kind of expensive, but at least the government, if they give you economic cost, it makes it more reasonable. Within the reach. So I don't know how that is going, but I am complimenting how old the person was.
They only made mention of Adelcia's age, which is 41.
Well, I am seeing people in my class in UE in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I don't understand don't shake up themselves. You had the university center where you can actually do whole degrees. You go to CFBC. I used to teach economics, first year economics.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing, a few men came, a lot of women, and they were on the corner standing up, wasting time. People who would have gone through high classes in Baxter or in one of the high schools, Where they came out of high school is where they stopped. I don't understand that. Especially in an age when you could do things online.
Mm-hmm.
You could do your degrees or whatever online, you're training online. So we keep falling behind. Now, this thing, let me congratulate the Guyanese. The only thing that is that they pressure the poor children.
You think? What if the children want to do it because you remember the previous...
Let me tell you how they're wasting time. You will require 5 CXC general and 2 Cape.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to do the rest.
But it depends on what they want to study.
But that's what I mean. If you know what you want to study, concentrate on those areas.
But if they're gifted and they want to do more, because you remember the other guy, was it 16?
And competition.
Okay.
What is he doing? How many of them are using?
You're correct in a way, because they might argue differently.
I have graduates who got what 12 and when they reach CBC, they got to go and do something else.
So it doesn't.
Remember, even in Bassett High School, I remember I think it was 85. I was the farm teacher for 6B. That's when they first come in.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, why did you do those subjects?
Mm-hmm.
I see some of them good science students, work in teller in the bank. You don't got to go to sixth form to be a teller. Teller is a cashier. So sometimes we got to be reasonable. And even the schools, well, in Jamsta days, it was 9. I think 9 was the most you could register. But you remember Jamsta?
Yeah.
For you to go to 5G1, you had to do 9. I mean, you got you in, they can't even go football, go park. School all day,
so there's
afternoon classes.
There's no balance. There's no balance then. Okay.
Huh?
There's no balance.
No, it don't make no sense.
But
So the truth is, what they're doing is half a subject. Human biology, this or that.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't even doing a whole biology course.
Okay.
I mean, we got to get real. The students, they don't need it. Nobody university want not 12, but 1.
So, caller, let me ask a question then. So, if you're interested in doing sciences or accounting, you just focus on the sciences, the math, the English, because that's what's necessary, right?
You must have English if you're going to do sciences.
Yeah, the math and the English.
Things, eh?
Those are the required ones, because every job asks for math and English.
You want to social studies.
So math, English, and social studies.
And by the way, history is compulsory. Caribbean history is compulsory. For law, economics, sciences, different things there is compulsory.
Okay.
Does it make sense? I mean,
What about English literature? Should that be compulsory or should that be a choice?
It depends on what you're going to do.
Okay.
If you're going to teach or if you're going to do journalism, you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or politics where you might have to speak or something.
I wish when I went to school, somebody would have told me, just point you in the correct career path.
Tell me some of the useless subjects that you did.
Some of the
useless subjects that you did. I mean, fitting into what you are doing or what you
Can I say typewriting? Because I don't intend to be stuck in I'm not an office person. I have to be
Well, let me
outside
get
with the
a
people.
joke with that typewriting story.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter was I think she was in fourth form or fifth form.
Mm-hmm.
And she came on one day and said, Miss Hobson was the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
The teacher said, I must buy a typewriter for her. I said, you crazy?
Oh, boy.
I went and got a computer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I was on the National Education Board.
Mm-hmm.
And the private sector was saying, we're supposed to be doing computer education in the high school.
Okay.
When they're busy teaching typing,
Mm-hmm.
you understand?
Mm-hmm.
We're behind.
Mm.
Who use it? So when they go in the office and they bounce up a typewriter, what can they do?
You mean if they were not taught how to use it?
Yeah.
Well, they'll have to learn.
But if people must come to the work, equip or party equip. I have remember students come to do attachment at our place.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them never touch a computer yet.
Mm.
We spend some time I would give them for the first 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That somebody teach them.
well, computer.
The only student who ever came to our statistics department who your computer was Carol Mitchell. Remember Carol Utley?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She was the only student who ever came to our office to do attachment who knew anything about the computer.
Mm-hmm.
She could do the Excel. You know what I mean? Because it's more Excel and spreadsheet and so we do.
Okay, Miss Henry, we got to wrap up now because we have a new version. I wish we could continue this. We have a new episode of Money Matters coming up next, and so
You must give out the number. Say I'm looking for clients.
Yeah.
All right then.
Okay, so we're gonna be wrapping up now. Okay. So, you sad? You sad? What's going on here?
Hello? I can't hear you. I hope you don't have this.
Yeah,
okay.
I think I had the wrong mic. Okay. So yeah, so we're gonna wrap up now. Great show today, I think.
Sure, was.
So we'll be back tomorrow to do it again.
Yep. Same
Okay.
place, same time.
Yeah. So
have
see
a
you
great
tomorrow.
day, folks.
Okay, great.
You too.
Fruta full of vitamin, real fruit juice, no full of vitamin. Pop open